All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to keep my remarks brief. I just wanted everyone to know that my team and I just came out of a meeting with Walmart's CEO, Doug McMillon, and his team. And after some weeks of extensive talks, we are excited to announce that over the coming months, Walmart will not only be recommitting to our city, but expanding its investment in our communities. And this is truly a very good news story. This means welcoming back thousands of jobs and increasing access to grocery stores and fresh produce close to home. It means building stronger local economies in our neighborhoods. And as part of this commitment, Walmart will be reopening their 7 remaining stores in Chicago. These are stores located across our city from Auburn Gresham to Austin and Little Village to Lakeview and beyond. And what you also see with us here today is the local aldermen who represent these neighborhoods, many of whom who fought hard over many years to make sure that Walmart had a footprint in their wards to serve their residents and really meet an important need. Not only does this represent the return of 1,600 jobs, it also represents tens of millions of dollars in investment that Walmart is putting back into these communities. This is all part of Walmart's broader effort to invest in communities. And I'm proud to say an effort that which Walmart will be starting right here in Chicago. For all of this, I want to say to Doug and the entire Walmart family, you deserve our praise. I said to you before, and I'll say it here publicly, we are proud of our partnership with Walmart. We are committed to making sure that your stores are successful because you fill a great need in our communities, and we want to make sure that we do everything for you to be successful because that means your associates are successful and our communities are successful. And I personally look forward to continuing to work with you and your team in the coming months and years ahead. And with that, I'll now turn the podium over to Doug McMillon, the CEO of Walmart.
Thank you, Mayor Lightfoot. It's a pleasure to be with you today and to be joined by some of my Walmart colleagues. We're really pleased to share the news with you today that Walmart will be continuing to invest in the city of Chicago. We're excited about that and looking forward to the future here. Clearly, it's been a difficult time for many urban locations, including Chicago, around our country and across the country in general, as we fight a pandemic and continue to struggle for racial equity. And as we look at our opportunity here, we frankly just want to be part of it. We believe in the rejuvenation, we believe in the future of Chicago, and we've got these 8 stores, 4 supercenters, and 4 neighborhood markets. And as the mayor mentioned, we employ about 1,600 associates. And it's important to us that they continue to have their jobs and their careers. We want them to have a future with Walmart, and we want that to grow. So what we've decided to do is to lean in and make some additional investments. One of them that we're very excited about is opening a couple of Walmart health clinics, which are really new for us as a company. We've just got 4 open so far. It's a pilot that we've started here in the U.S. And 2 of these locations, as we remodel and reopen these stores, will include Walmart health clinics. They offer a variety of services, but they are preventative care in nature, accessible, high quality, affordable healthcare within Walmart stores. So that'll be one of our pieces of investment. We'll also invest in an academy, a training academy within Chicago to help develop talent and make sure that people are ready to take on their jobs as they join our team. That'll be important. We also have recently announced a $100 million investment in a Center on Racial Equity, which is a 5-year commitment as a company. We're going to look for opportunities here in Chicago to go early and make some of those investments here. We really want to be an even more important part of the community and support everyone as Chicago becomes stronger and stronger. In sum total, that'll add up to tens of millions of dollars of additional investment. And we want to thank the mayor and thank all the aldermen and alderwomen standing behind us who have supported us in the past. And we're counting on your support in the future to make these stores successful. So really pleased to make the announcement today. Thank you for your partnership.
All right. Happy to take any questions that you have.
Hi, Mayor.
How are you?
2 for Friday. Did the city offer any special tax incentives or change in regulation for Walmart's commitment?
No, Walmart has been a presence in our city for quite some time. And I think what this exhibits is a tremendous civic leadership and partnership on the part of Walmart. But we have offered, with some of the new things that they're going to be doing, investments in the communities, to offer up our lessons learned and resources that we have generated, particularly over our response to COVID-19. I think a lot of the things that we've been doing align well with Walmart's vision of how it wants to be a partner in urban centers like Chicago. So I think there's a lot that we can do together.
In the wake of the unrest and questions about investment on the south and west side, should the city take another look at the tax structure, at some of the regulation for some of these retailers?
Well, that depends on your perspective, of course, right? But look, making sure that our businesses are strong and thriving in every neighborhood is critically important to the health and well-being of our city, and we are willing to engage in conversations about what the particular needs are of businesses to make sure that they are able to be vibrant parts of the economic fabric here in our city.
I apologize because I walked in. There was a little bit of I was a little bit late at the top. Has there been a commitment by Walmart to reopen all of the locations that were closed on the south side?
Yes.
Okay. There was some concern, Mr. McMillan, early on that the corporation was considering not reopening some of these locations, and some were concerned that the unrest was being used as an excuse to close locations that were less profitable. Can you say unequivocally that was never the case?
I think the reason the question came up is because some people know that these stores, in many cases, are not profitable, but there's more to this equation than just profit. And so we were focused on getting these stores prepared to reopen, and are pleased to announce today that all of them will be reopening.
And this commitment will be maintained in the face of, obviously, the temperature is still relatively high as it relates to the policing reform issue. If there is more unrest, and obviously everyone hopes there isn't, has Walmart made a commitment to proceed with this commitment?
Yeah, when you look at the size of the investment we're not making it for the short term. It's our intention to be here. I can't speak to future years. You know, if some future generation of Walmart leaders may come by and look at the profit and loss of these stores and make different choices a store at a time. But this commitment that we're making is big, and so we're intending to be here to stay.
Mayor, can you speak to the healthcare piece? These healthcare clinics, what kind of impact do you envision these facilities will have?
Well, look, we know that there continue to be challenges in shrinking healthcare gaps and bringing accessibility to neighborhoods, particularly neighborhoods of color. Those vulnerabilities that we knew existed pre-COVID really were exposed kind of and flashing at us like a neon sign through the course of COVID. I think we've learned a lot about what we need to do, and we certainly have a sense of urgency around that. I shared with Doug and his team that our racial equity rapid response team, I think, has really done a yeoman's job in really understanding the unique circumstances of communities of color and what we need to do both to educate, to meet people where they are, and then to really preach the gospel of preventative services. And what we know for sure is that healthcare delivery system is best done at the neighborhood level. We've leaned heavily into our federally qualified healthcare centers, and I think having a trusted place like Walmart to really have an array of preventative healthcare resources is not only exciting, I think it's going to be a great attraction for those communities, and they're going to benefit exponentially as a result.
Last two questions.
Okay, Mike Flannery from Fox 32 had a question. Mayor, why do you think that the Walmart at 109th and Doty was not ransacked by the looters when so many other similar stores across Chicago were?
I can't account for that.
And do you have an update on perhaps some of the other retailers that have not yet reopened locations, specifically Walgreens and some of these other larger corporations?
No, we announced, I think, a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks, that Walgreens is completely committed to reopening every store. Now, each of the stores of different retailers had varying degrees of damage, some none, some a lot. And so it's going to take some time for each of them to be thoughtful about the way in which they rebuild their stores. But Walgreens in particular, we made an announcement, I think 2 weeks ago, where they have committed and set up mobile pharmacies so that areas where, particularly where there's a heavy concentration of seniors, can continue to get access to their prescriptions. So Walgreens is all in, as is, I'm happy to report, Walmart.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mayor.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.